Hello everybody, it's vanburman here. Welcome to another video today. Now, I think I did a video before talking about my new setup, which is over here. I think I did. Yeah, I remember now, because I did the hoodie segue. But yes, so just a bit more of an update on that. So, I call my main gaming desktop codename ODIN. Some of you may know, some of you may not know. He's had a few iterations over the years, mainly AMD up until recently builds, and I have switched over to Intel now, as you may know from the other video. If you don't, that's cool. But just to let you know about it is I'm going to be retiring codename ODIN, and the new computer with upgrades, even though I've only just upgraded, we'll go through it in the other video. Is going to be codename Phoenix, and we're going to be looking at that and how that sort of integrates. I am in the process at the minute of doing a video, producing the video, taking some benchmarks and whatnot from my current system and from what I've got at the moment. So it won't be like a ODIN versus Phoenix comparison, as well it will be and it won't be. I won't be mentioning that in the video, but I just sort of wanted to make a video as a little memorandum for the codename ODIN, which I'll be semi-retiring now. Maybe one day it will come back. So I did it on the sort of Norse mythology. So I had, at one point I had 3 computers, so I had Odin, Thor and Loki. For obvious reasons, you might be able to guess. If you watch the Marvel or you know anything about the Nordic history, then that's where it's from. Odin obviously being the big one, and then Thor and then Loki. So my small computer in my living room is still called Loki. Thor is gone now, and Odin will be retired also. So it's a bit of a shame, but like I say, it will make sense in a following video where I'll be doing benchmarks and all that sort of good stuff, and comparison video when I reveal what new parts I've got. So also in the description, if you are interested, you don't have to be at all. I've put down 2 Amazon lists which contains the full build from my last 2 most prominent Odin builds in there. Obviously a lot of stuff are fairly similar, a lot of stuff carried over, and in the new build, like I don't know, 75%, 80% of all the stuff's carried over as well. So it's just really some, minor differences now. So the first one was obviously an AMD build, and where I've not been able to find exactly what I used, I put in stuff that is comparable and, sort of roughly around the same sort of price, although I didn't pay anywhere near as much as the stuff that's on the page, on the Amazon page, like even the stuff that's new now, still, I didn't pay that much at the time. So one thing to say is as well, I've just added 2 random 780 Ti's, whereas in the first build it would have been a Zotac Amp Edition 780 Ti, and in the second build it's a Zotac, the same Zotac one, and also the, I'm going to get this wrong, no, Gigabyte Windforce 780 Ti as well. Both of them in SLI, which is one of the configuration at the moment. And I've got to say, it's really pretty powerful. I mean, it's got its limitations, which I'll talk about in the upcoming video. Is comparing that to the new one, and we'll go through that as well. It got a really good score on the Heaven benchmark though, and the Firestrike benchmark that I did earlier was pretty good. Actually, all the benchmarks so far have been pretty decent, I must say. I'm quietly impressed a lot of the time, especially with some of the 4K benchmarks. I always, as you would expect, the graphics cards to really struggle at that. I mean, I'm sure it's probably because it's paired with the new processor as well. But anyway, if you guys are at all interested in that, and or if you have no idea what I'm going on about, then that's fine. Mainly just made this video, like I said, for memorandum purposes, for the end of the machine, for the the closing of the Odin name will open with the new one, and I'll show off the parts, and then in a separate video I'll do the benchmarks between the 2 as well. So I'm not looking forward to doing it. It should be an interesting little project to get on with. One that it takes a lot more thought and planning than usual, so I will try to make sure it's edited as such, but we'll have to see. I'm notoriously lazy when it comes to that sort of thing. but don't tell anybody that. Still not completed Zelda, so I'm still on that. I'm still playing through that as well. I am sort of coming towards the latter stages of Zelda, really enjoying it. And after I've completed that, I'll probably just do an informal video on how I feel about it, and obviously where it does stack eventually against Horizon Zero Dawn. But both of them well worth playing, by the way. I mentioned that in a previous video, so I'm going to shut up about that now. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for watching. Any comments, queries, leave them down below. I'll answer them. If you've got any specific questions other than, I mean, if you do enough sleuthing on the internet, you can probably work out what's going on or what's going to happen. It's not quite as brilliant as I'd like it to be. Anyway, we'll go through that. But anyway, any questions, queries, comments, leave them down below. And if you didn't like the video, dislike it. And if you did, then check out some of my other videos, because that'd be really useful. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. See you all on the next one. Goodbye.